We are now joined by Mr. Jean-Claude Trichet. He is former president of the European Central Bank and honorary governor of Banque de France. He is also speaker at this year's St. Gallen Symposium. Mr. Trichet, thank you very much for granting us some of your time. Your legacy as president of the European Central Bank is often defined by establishing the euro within the European Union and the European Central Bank as a central institution in Europe. Looking back, have risks been assessed properly, and what could have been done differently regarding the introduction of the euro?
I think that what was absolutely clear since the first day of the negotiation on the euro was that it was necessary to have a very strong framework for macro policies and particularly for fiscal policies. It was called the Stability and Growth Pact, and that was integral part of EMU, Economic and Monetary Union, because the Europeans had decided that they wanted a monetary union but also an economic union. One of the problems that we had in the course of functioning of EMU was that this Stability and Growth Pact has not been respected as it should have, and particularly by the big countries in Europe and that in the euro area, and that has created a problem that has to be corrected and is being corrected right now.
Currently, the future of the Eurozone is clouded in uncertainty. Richard Sulik, member and former speaker of the National Council of the Slovak Republic and speaker at this year's St. Gallen Symposium, has stated that it is unjustified for a comparably poor country like Slovakia to rescue the Greek economy. How would you react to this statement?
I think that, of course, I am in disagreement with this remark, and I have to say that all European democracies have considered that because there was an adjustment program, a recovery program that had been decided by the Greek democracy and the Greek government and parliament, and also because there was an international community support for that, it was normal to make a loan to help. It's not a subsidy, it's not a transfer, it's a loan. And I think it is very, very important to consider that when you are in the euro area, there is a certain level of interdependency that exists, is a fact, and that you cannot have all the benefits of the euro area, and Slovakia is making a very good job, I have to say, economically in the euro area, without being aware of the fact that there is this level of interdependency. But the conclusion is one has to respect fully the rules. And had the rules been respected, we wouldn't have, of course, to embark in this difficult adjustment program.
This year's topic of the St. Gallen Symposium is facing risk. What has been the biggest risk you have ever faced personally?
Well, I have to say that in all my career, I had to deal with long-term strategies like, of course, making the euro, negotiating and then making the euro and running the euro. But I had also to cope with crisis. And I was chairman of the Paris Club when we had Latin America in bankruptcy, or Egypt or Poland in bankruptcy, or Soviet Union. And I had to cope with risks and materialization of risks permanently as a professional in my own career. And what I would say is that when you have this crisis period, you have, of course, very, very demanding, very, very difficult decision to make. At the same time, it is an opportunity to see things that you didn't see before, like an X-ray. You see the fault lines, you see the weaknesses, and then it is, of course, appropriate to take the tough decisions that permit to avoid that for the future years or period of time. As regards the history of the global economy over the last 30 years or 35 years, I have to say that we had a lot of crises, and the present crisis is only one amongst many others. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time and enjoy your stay.